Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Friday, the 22nd of May, 2010, about 9:05 a.m. Central Time. Remember, this is the holiday weekend, so we won't reopen the markets for full sessions back until Tuesday morning. I will be back on Tuesday morning doing these updates again for you. The People's Congress of China is meeting. They decided to abandon a numerical GDP target. They've also created a lot of stress on the markets, especially in Hong Kong, where they are talking of putting their intelligence agencies into Hong Kong, in the financial hub, and they're going to, under Carrie Lam, who is no more than a puppet of the mainland Chinese, going to be cracking down. So you're going to see whether or not the democratic fashion of Hong Kong continues or not, or does China back away from this? But there's going to be a lot more. Remember, this meeting goes on for quite a while. It began our time, it's Saturday already there. In America, it's still Friday, obviously, but they're going to be enacting quite a few different parts to this. They have to figure out what they're going to do to get their economy going. Our markets, well, it's hard to tell how they'll finish the day up, but right now the pressure's on them. This war between the U.S. and China, I'm hearing more and more people labeling now becoming a Cold War, which is probably quite accurate in what it's becoming. I'm looking at gold getting the pop I expected off the 18-day average of closes, the first test of it. Silver market really coming back with a roar today, and copper getting hurt because of what China is saying, what they're doing. I don't think it's anything more than that at this point in time. Then on the energies, it just appeared to me 34.5 or so, and the WTI was getting a bit high in that July. You can see this morning you hit 34, you got back to 30.72. You've bounced off those lows, but it was a hard break. And again, when China announced what they wanted to do in Hong Kong, these markets got riled, no question there. As for what's going on in our grain markets, well, this is a direct reflection of Chinese buying and U.S. trade. It's ugly. It just isn't giving you a bounce. Interest rate futures, well, they're showing that the markets want to be somewhat stable right here, and I think that's the word that we look for. As for the day, Japan bolstered its support for business financing to about $700 billion, with commercial banks set to receive a credit guarantee of up to 100% of no interest, no collateral loans to small and mid-sized businesses hit by the pandemic. In other words, throw more money at everything. Due to the closure of our government, we will not get the EIA number that we normally get until Thursday this week. It's a day later. As I said, China issued a fresh proposal to impose national security laws in Hong Kong that will definitely disrupt things. Another surprise today, the Bank of India surprised the markets by cutting its benchmark interest rate, lending rate, by 0.4 of a percentage point to 4%, a record low. Minutes of the European Central Bank meeting show that they're ready to do a lot more if the data that comes at the next central bank meeting shows that this just hasn't been enough. And Canadian retail sales, well, it's interesting because you can see what they're down right here. They were down about 0.4. I think this is a wrong number. I think it was down 10% in March from February, but down only 0.4, and that number's right when you take out the auto part of the sales. One of the things that I like to help you with is what we see in the morning before everything gets going. And I get up about 4 in the morning, 4:30. I'm watching TV and reading for the first hour or so, get myself all caught up in what's going on in Asia, Europe. I'm writing at that time, getting you these headlines and putting together my newsletter already that comes out at 11:30 during the day. But the real meat is in the video, and it'll look like this. It's very different looking than what you get on the videos that I do at the end of the day wrap-ups, and that's because I add more studies, and in those I say buy here, sell there, here's your stop order, here's what I want you to do taking money off the table. So The idea is to give you the confidence in different markets. I cover the markets in all this sequence, and there's a scroll bar on our website, so let's assume you just want to go to metals. Just pull the scroll bar and let go when you're in metals. It'll play right for you. How do you get access to this? It's simple. Go to our website, www.iraepstein.com, under the word research. You will see the morning subscriber video. You also see that we have a Spider ETF video that goes out in the afternoon. Subscriptions have taken off. People seem to like what we're doing there. And we keep adding more and more Spider and ETFs, by the way. Probably be adding a few more today as we got some people in the armed forces that can only trade certain products. I didn't realize that through their thrift agencies. I'll add a couple of those products for them. Why not? They deserve it. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day, great weekend, and I will see you all next Tuesday. Take care now.